Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I'm Mike Atherton, and with me for this match is Mel Jones, Ali Mitchell, Ian Healy, and the one and only Lord Gower.
Well, others, thanks to that warm introduction, I, for one, am looking forward to the day's play. I've just been taking a look at conditions down in the middle, and it's a very batter-friendly pitch. There's not going to be much for the bowlers. Beautiful clear conditions and not a chance of rain.
Wonderful insight there from David Gower. Two captains are in the middle. Let's join them for the coin toss.
I suppose that decision brings with it an element of surprise. Bowling first would on paper seem the riskier decision. They must have considerable belief in their frontline attack.
Ready for the first ball here in the commentary box. What should be an enthralling contest between these two teams.
Yeah, mate.
They'd look for a couple here.
Bowler, bowler.
A couple on offer here.
Off the mark nicely. Good movement and communication straight away, and they get a couple.
Edge, unplayable.
Didn't hit that well. Very late playing that shot.
Right out of the middle.
Found the gap with ease. Wasn't the worst ball you'll see, but it still raced to the rope.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary.
Some adjustments to the field.
Yes.
Into the gap. Nice shot.
You could see by how it whistled away to the boundary just how sweetly this was timed.
Marsh has got the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits.
The captain's going to change things around in the field.
Drives and misses everything.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Right there.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
A lot of pressure coming to the crease. Not had the best of weeks leading up to this game, and will want to show everyone their strength.
Waiting.
Just threw the shot too early.
Yes.
Well placed, should get a single. There'll be one run here for them.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
Yeah, mate.
They'll get at least one.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Waiting.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Yes.
Good looking shot, back into position easily and timed it beautifully.
What a lovely shot. Really good timing. Out of the middle and it raced to the boundary.
That last ball isn't something you'd want to see a repeat of. You don't want to be giving easy runs away.
Yeah.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
Into the second over. The batting side are now 19.
Sharma from the south end. The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the south end.
Ravens.
Waiting.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Markram will be frustrated with that shot. The ball was there to hit, but couldn't find the gap.
Yes.
Edge. Amazing delivery.
Good throw from the deep. On target.
Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Misses everything.
Not a great shot in the end. Practices the shot again. Just need to keep their head down now.
Yeah, mate.
They'll push hard. Should get back for two.
Pushed onto the front foot and presented the full face of the bat.
You can see how good this pitch can be for batting. You want the player coming forward, but it's a tight margin. Only a touch full and put away.
Wait on.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
It was a nice looking shot. Full and in the slot. Just couldn't find the gap.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
Archer with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messed everything up.
Yep.
Big edge.
Keeper's end.
Good precision with the throw. Back from the deep.
A wonderful delivery to get the edge. You've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again.
Yes.
Nice shot. Runs possible.
Keeper's end.
Just a little bit wide. Well picked up. And let the ball do all the work really, just to nudge it down towards third.
Yes.
Great shot. Great timing.
That went all the way up toward the grandstand for four. Driven away nicely.
Boundary off the last ball. What's to come off this delivery, I wonder?
Wait on.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Markram shakes their head. It was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
Yeah.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
Now that was beautifully struck with a perfect straight bat.
Samson, I don't think will be too happy with their bowler at the moment.
Waiting.
A little late on that. No run scored.
An economical over comes to an end, but you get the feeling these openers might be finding their feet. Gone right through the defences.
After all that effort, they just couldn't manage to go onto the 100. They'll feel like they've missed out.
It's a long way to walk out here just to walk straight back. They'll just want to get this first one behind them and then push on.
Yep.
Too good. Not sure anyone is going to cut that off.
Really just seemed to have put that one into the slot with the first ball to the new batter. All the same, it's a glorious shot for your first ball.
Waiting.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Waiting. Waiting.
Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the third dot.
Yep.
Great shot, but it's not going to beat the fielder.
Keeper.
If that had been thrown to the other end, I think you'd be looking at another wicket for sure. Exquisitely done on the front foot, a gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
The right-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the north end.
Waiting.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Yes.
Edge! What a ball!
Strong throw in from the outfield, right to the stumps.
Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Loud shout. Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Wait.
Good shot. It's found the gap.
Markham shakes their head. It was there to hit. Couldn't make the most of it. No interest in that one from the batter. Sharma will be wanting to hone in on a better line and length to make them play next time.
Yes.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
What a beautiful shot that was. They've been sweating on the loose ball and picked this one up early and glanced it down to fine leg.
Yep.
Trouble. Oh, gone.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
Lots of pressure coming into bat. We'll have to wait, though, to face their first ball.
The captain bringing a good balance to this field, I think.
A new bowler is coming into the attack.
Yep.
Massive edge. Misses everyone, and that's racing away. Pooran ready to face their first ball. Really needs to settle quickly and see if they can get the ball into the gaps.
Yep.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs.
And with that, they're off the mark.
Yeah. Wait there.
There'll be runs here.
Bowler's end. Yeah.
A little flick of the wrist to get it round the corner for an easy run.
Waiting.
Straight to the fielder. Comfortable single if they take it.
Seems slightly odd not just to take the single that was on offer there.
The right armour is coming into the attack from the north end.
A few moves made in the field.
Yeah.
The fielder could only pick that up off the boundary rope, punched that away through the covers with exquisite timing. Some moves being made in the field, looking pretty balanced now between defensive and attacking.
Wait on.
That's off the middle of the bat.
Yeah.
There's a run here, surely.
Not a smart decision, you feel, not to run there. Mustn't have a lot of faith in their partner, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Yes.
Nice shot.
Perhaps that slipped out of the hand a little during the release. Markram didn't mind and sent it high and handsome over the boundary rope for 6.
Yeah.
Well, there was a split second to decide which end to throw to. In the end, it was a poor choice.
Playing all their shots in that over. A very expensive over.
Yep.
Out!
Yeah!
Good catch.
As they head back to the pavilion, they'll be wishing they went about this innings a little differently. Not too much to speak of on the scoreboard.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come in after the fall of a wicket.
Yep.
A change to the complexion of this match. Got to get the new batter coming forward early, encouraging them to drive
Waiting.
and really attack the stumps.
Wait. Yep, yep.
That shot sees them get their innings started.
Wait.
Just threw the shot too early.
Are now 72 for 3.
Wait there.
Cuts that off well in the infield. Back go the stumps. Missed the straight ball.
A trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
Coming to the wicket, they'll be looking to play within the V early and expand as they get settled. Gone! Another one goes. 2 wickets in 2 balls, and they're on a roll now.
Just managed to clasp their hands around that one. Disappointment for the batter, joy for the bowler. Another wicket down, this one without scoring.
Wait. Waiting. Yep.
Picks the gap perfectly.
That gets things going. Just nice to get settled, start to get your first runs.
A very successful over ends. The fielders will congratulate the bowler for their efforts. 2 wickets taken.
You can understand why on that line they thought it was safe to let it straight through to the keeper.
Yeah.
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better. No runs on that occasion, got into position nicely, just too early on the shot, couldn't find a gap.
Wait. Yeah.
Timed it nicely. They'll look for a couple, you'd think.
Ballers.
Tucked it nicely into the gap. Pick up a single, rotate the strike.
Yeah.
A couple on offer here. Good bowling, kept it nice and tight, and made it hard to score runs.
Waiting.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Yeah. Bowler.
Needs to be on target.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Wait. Yep.
They'll get at least one. There'll be one run here for them.
Yes.
Well placed. Should get a single.
Decisive running might have gotten them too. You look at that and I'd say they would have made it easily. Poor running in the end.
Yeah.
Another really good over comes to an end. The batters just haven't been able to cut loose in the last few overs.
It looked a pretty good delivery, to be honest. Umpire, though, has given it as a wide.
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
Yeah.
Right out of the middle.
Got their head right in line with the ball. A beautiful strike there down the ground.
Yes. Yeah. Keepers.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keeps the pressure on the bowlers.
Yes.
Lovely timing. Will this one go to the fence?
Yep. Catch it.
Absolutely nailed it.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
Hasaranga from the north end.
Yeah.
Head over the ball. Great shot. That's racing away.
That ball was just an invitation that was accepted by return of post. Hasaranga will be disappointed with that delivery.
That last ball isn't something you'd want to see a repeat of. You don't want to be giving easy runs away.
Waiting.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Yeah.
Nice shot. Runs possible.
Decisive running might have got them too. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
Yeah.
Got that away nicely.
And that brings up the half century for this batsman.
Really good innings to bring up the half century. Impressive batting, and they'll want to push on from here.
Yeah.
Good batting. Get an opportunity to score and take it.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running. Going more defensive with the field choice.
Misses everything.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
The right armour is coming on to bowl from the south end.
Going a bit more conservative with this field.
Yep.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying.
Yeah, yeah.
That is a gorgeous shot, straight through the covers.
Brilliant shot. You couldn't hope to hit it any better than that. It's raced away to the boundary.
Samson, I don't think will be too happy with their bowler at the moment.
A bit of a change up in the field now.
Yep.
Well timed, but there's a fielder out there.
Good precision with a throw back from the deep. It's easy runs there at this level when you stray a little down the leg side. Tucked it nicely off the pads for more runs.
Yes.
What a lovely shot, and it flew to the boundary. That's clearly not the type of delivery to be bowling.
Waiting.
Out! What a catch!
Really getting into the tail enders now. 6th wicket gone. There's not a lot left in this lineup.
With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes out to the crease.
Yep.
They're quick to take guard and face up.
That shot sees them getting their innings started.
Questions will begin to be asked. Should the captain make a change? A big over that one. Too many loose deliveries. Sharma, the right-arm medium bowler, is coming into the attack from the north end.
Yes.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Drives and misses everything.
Oh yes, the slow one beats the bat. Didn't pick it out the hand.
Yeah.
Edge! What a ball! Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure.
Sams shakes their head. He was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Yes.
Chance to run two.
Keeper.
End of the over. The batting side are now on 123 for 6.
I like this field choice. A good move, I'd say.
Going with pace now. Beaten on the drive.
That was a slower delivery, played too early, and it went straight through to the keeper.
Big shout.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here. Edge, unplayable. Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting. Wow, that's missed the lot.
Just need to settle down. The timing's off. These deliveries are there to be hit. Time for cool heads.
Yes, nice bowling.
A good piece of bowling there. A little bit of pace off the delivery, and the batter is all at sea.
Archer has had a pretty good over. Just needed a bit more luck to find a wicket.
Some adjustments to the field.
The right-arm medium bowler is coming on to bowl from the north end.
Yep.
Power and precision in that shot.
Doesn't even wait to see if the ball's going to do anything. Onto the front foot, punches it away to the boundary.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Well, not a great delivery. Got it full. Lucky not to be hit to the boundary. A few moves made in the field.
Yes.
Big edge. Where's that going?
Errs on the side of bowling slightly fuller, and they've been put away.
A good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball, and it'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond.
Nice bowling.
Beautiful slower ball. No contact at all. That was just too good.
A wonderful delivery to get the edge. You've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again.
Oh, nice.
Sams shakes their head. It was there to hit. Couldn't make the most of it.
Yep.
Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably expected more there.
The over comes to an end. Not many runs coming from it. Both sides need to inject some life into this game.
Nice bowling.
Beautiful slower delivery. Just hitting air on that one. That was just too good.
Yep.
Struck it nicely. Could go to the boundary.
One of those ones where you really have to make sure you watch it all the way onto the bat. Picked up the slower one nicely.
Yep.
Onto the front foot. Super shot. Should be 4.
Onto the front foot early, placed it perfectly into the gap. Timed it nicely for 4 more.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Short and wide, did well to get some bat on that.
Wait.
Misses out there on the short and wide one.
That's a long way up. Is there anyone there to catch it?
Nearly got through them. Just got onto it in time with enough bat speed to pick up 4.
Really playing all their shots that over. Really expensive. Sharma, the pace bowler, coming into the attack.
Yep.
Effortless. A gift, really. Floated it up there and dealt with.
Had all the time in the world to get in position to play that ball. Timed it nicely for 4 runs.
Oh, nice.
Sharma with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up.
Yeah.
Great shot. Placement exquisite. Straight to the fielder. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
Yeah.
There'll be runs here.
Bowler. Yep.
Just about timed that perfectly.
Well, a lovely shot. Really good timing. Out of the middle, and it raced to the boundary.
For 6.
Playing all their shots in that over. A very expensive over. And that's the end of the innings. The Royals have been set a target of 158 runs.
Waiting.
Great shot through the gap. Nicely fielded on the boundary.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
Wait.
Good shot. It's found the gap.
Now that was beautifully struck with a perfect straight bat.
Khan shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots, just need to tighten their areas now.
Yeah.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
A new batter always likes to feel bat on ball early on, as they bring a bit of energy to the crease. Edged it.
Overstepping, just a little too eager on that delivery.
An effort ball and called on the front foot. At least they've got an extra ball to go for the wicket.
Yep. Hey!
It's the wicket they so desperately wanted. They've removed a real threat before they could get going.
The team will be after a positive innings from this batter. A great opportunity to come in and put some runs on the board.
Nice bowling.
Well, that's perhaps a little harsh. I felt it wasn't that wide.
Wait.
Perfect technique and placement.
There was minimal follow-through, just great timing to punch it through the field for 4.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate? That's going a long way. What a shot that is.
Off the front foot, hit it with all the power and elegance of a batter right at the top of their game.
A brilliant over for the batting side. Not so for the bowlers. Khan coming into the attack from the north end.
That's a much better directed short ball. Didn't quite manage to get the bat in position. It's through to the keeper. That's the one bouncer for the over.
Perfectly timed.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary.
Wait there.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
A little late on that. No run scored.
It mightn't get to the boundary, should at least get a couple. There'll be one run here for them.
That's a very difficult shot to get right. Straight back at the bowler with a lot of pace, and the covering fielder had no chance.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Oh no! Nice bowling.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Nice timing, good batting, won't get to the boundary.
Keeper.
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better.
End of the over, 9 runs coming from it. The Royals are 28 for 1.
Yep.
Well placed, should get a single.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
Strokes it languidly away to the fence. A lovely shot.
Found the middle of the bat. Great timing. Lovely front foot shot that has raced to the boundary.
A little short on that occasion. Needs to adjust the length slightly to be just a little fuller. Too short on this pitch, and as we've seen already, it makes it very easy to score.
Keepers.
A couple on offer here.
Onto the front foot and punched it nicely. Would have hoped to find the rope.
Great timing, right off the meat of the bat.
Just missed the line. Not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
Tried for something a bit different the last ball. The captain shouldn't mind that. If they get it right, they might just get the wicket.
Wait. Yep. Keepers in.
Needs to be on target.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Waiting.
Does very well to get quickly across to that one.
There was trouble for a moment, but these two are quick enough to avoid the run-out in the end.
Over. The Royals are 43 for 1. Khan from the north end.
Wait.
That's off the middle of the bat.
The fielder could only pick that up off the boundary rope. Punched that away through the covers with exquisite timing.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come.
Yep.
Nice shot, runs possible.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Great shot, at least one on offer.
Tucked it nicely into the gap. Pick up a single, rotate the strike.
Yes.
Not a
Nice
great
bowling.
delivery as it goes down to the boundary. That'll go into the books as extras.
That's a tough call for the bowler. I thought that was there to be hit.
Into the gap. Nice shot.
Those runs bring up the 50 partnership between these
That's
two.
the 50 partnership between these two, gaining some momentum nicely for the team. A really good 50 partnership. These two are looking strong, and it's going to take something special to break it up. That went all the way up toward the grandstand for 4, driven away nicely.
Back-to-back boundaries. The bowler will be searching for something now. Just a dot ball or two to settle things down. They'll push hard, should get back for 2.
Bowler!
That's the over. The Royals are 64 for 1.
64 for 1.
Going with spin now.
The spinner is coming on to ball.
Wait on!
Quick onto that in the infield.
Wait!
Could be close.
Wait there!
Not a great delivery, got it full, and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Yup!
Really good shot there.
Keeper! Wait!
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Yup!
Good batting. Get an opportunity to score and take it.
No!
Decide against the second, way too late. I think they'd have been well short if they had continued.
End of the over. 4 off it. The Royals are 68 for 1. Oh my, that's racing away.
There's the drive down the ground. Cracking stroke.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
Yup!
Picks the gap perfectly.
Got the boundary last ball. Punches it into the gap to get a single. Excellent batting.
Yep!
Great shot through the gap. Perfect timing.
Yep!
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here. Misses everything.
Oh, didn't get the feet moving. Played down the wrong line. Threw the hands at it. Got nothing on the ball.
Immaculate timing there.
Well, you sometimes just have to stop and admire batting like that. Gets onto the front foot early, well timed, and 4 runs.
Three more fielders can be moved outside the circle.
Yeah.
They'll get at least one.
Yup.
They'd look for a couple here.
Bowler. Yep.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Good.
That's mistimed.
Yep.
It's gone high. Should be gone.
Yeah.
Great work. Held their nerve while the ball was in the air and takes a good catch.
They've played the most brilliant innings here, which could well have turned this match around. It's certainly entertained this crowd, who's loved every minute of it.
The field will come up now, you'd think. Pressure should definitely be on the new batter, who strides to the middle. They'll be looking for another quick wicket.
No.
Well, they were moving quick between the wickets. I thought for a moment they were going to go again. In the end, I reckon that would have been just too risky.
Catch.
Couldn't have hit that any better.
Good return there, back from the deep. That gets things going. Just nice to get settled, start to get your first runs.
6 runs added there. The Royals are 86 for 2.
Yep.
A little flick of the wrist to get it round the corner for an easy run.
Nice.
Sprayed that very wide. Hits the boundary rope. The keeper had no chance there.
I'm not sure what happened with that delivery. Maybe trying the slower ball, but just got it all wrong.
Wait.
Couldn't get it through the field. A direct hit and this could be gone.
Yep.
They've picked the gap. Perfect timing.
Yep.
Times it nicely.
Well, that was a really solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
Yep.
Great shot. Placement exquisite.
Yep.
There'll be runs here. The end of a tidy over. Batting doesn't seem to be easy out there at the moment. Good pressure building. Nicked it. Now then, was there a faint edge? Nicely taken. Quick to latch onto it.
The trudge back to the pavilion. A good start, but that's all they've managed. They did the hard work and threw it away in the end.
The right-handed batsman is coming in at number 5 for the Rajasthan Ravens.
Yeah.
Great shot, but it's not going to beat the fielder.
Not wasting any time, they're off the mark straight away.
Yep.
Straight to the fielder. Needs a direct hit.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Yeah.
Well timed, but there's a fielder out there.
Good batting, lovely timing. Hardly even leant on it. Was always headed for the boundary.
That last ball isn't something you'd want to see a repeat of. You don't want to be giving easy runs away.
Yeah.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
Waiting.
A little late on that, no runs scored.
7 runs added there. The Royals are 109 for 3.
Yeah.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Yes.
Poor
Nice
ball,
bowling.
all the way down to the boundary. That'll go down as 5 wides.
Well, another chance to bowl that one. Really can't have been wide by much, though.
Waiting. Yep. No.
A little bit of confusion out in the middle, but they've got back quickly. No harm done. Both batters survive.
Catch it.
Struck it nicely. Could go to the boundary.
And that brings up 50 runs for this batsman.
That shot brings up the half-century. Beautiful batting display, very solid. I think this is just the start.
Wait there. No.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Yep.
A brilliant throw-in from the deep caps off what was a fabulous piece of fielding.
Yeah.
Chance to run 2. There's trouble here. That's the end of a very good over. Good pressure being put on the batters.
122 for 3.
Yup. Keeper.
That's going a long way. What a shot that is.
Off the front foot, hit it with all the power and elegance of a batter right at the top of their game.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Yeah,
Great shot through the gap.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that. Hit that well off the back foot, but couldn't beat the field.
Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Yeah.
Nice timing, good batting, won't get to the boundary. There'll be one run here for them.
Yep.
Good shot, it's found the gap.
Bowler.
Questions will begin to be asked. Should the captain make a change? A big over that one, too many loose deliveries. Marsh coming on, obviously hoping the pace will cause some trouble.
Wait on. Yeah.
Caught first ball of the new over. What a disappointment.
A fluent innings undone by a decent delivery. A good wicket to get at a good time.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark their guard. They just need to rotate the strike early on as they get settled. Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Oh, that would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put.
Well placed, should get a single.
Nice and easy there to get off the mark.
Yep.
Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably expected more there.
No shot offered. Huge appeal.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
With the fall of that wicket, we have a new batter at the crease. Hasaranga will be looking to make a strong start to their innings.
Yep.
That shot sees them get their innings started.
3 runs added in that over. The Royals are 139 for 5. Ahmed, the left armer, is coming on to bowl from the south end.
Yep.
Nicely played. Perfect timing.
No.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Catch it. Yep.
Nice shot. Runs possible. Super catch.
Yeah.
Really getting towards the tail enders now. 6th wicket gone. There's not a lot left in this lineup.
Difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to set themselves up before facing their first ball.
Yeah.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying. A change to the complexion of this match. Got to get the new batter coming forward early, encouraging them to drive and really attack the stumps.
And with that, they're off the mark.
Catch it. Yep.
Oh, that is a great catch.
They find themselves 7 wickets down. It's about now you need someone to stand up and stick around at the crease.
For the Rajasthan Ravens.
Beaten on the drive.
Tried to get the drive away, timed it poorly, lucky to survive.
A very successful over ends. The fielders will congratulate the bowler for their efforts. 2 wickets taken.
Yep.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
Wait there.
It mightn't get to the boundary, should at least get a couple.
Keeper.
Good precision with the throw, back from the deep.
Yep.
Great shot, at least one on offer.
Yeah.
Super shot.
Confusion written on the batters' faces, a mix-up that almost led to a run-out.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
A bit of frustration after that shot, went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Yep.
Thick edge. Marsh has really kept the pressure on in this over. Just needs to maintain the momentum going forwards. Ahmed from the south end.
Yeah.
They'll push hard, should get back for 2.
Ballers in.
A couple on offer here.
Onto the front foot and punched it nicely. Would have hoped to find the rope.
Drives and misses everything.
That's a wild one. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. Poor play.
Catch it.
Good bit of timing there.
And that marks the end of the match. The Rajasthan Ravens have fallen short by none.
This has been a masterclass. A great display of batting and bowling. They didn't let their opponents get a look in. A great win.
Not